Hi, we're finishing off our work on fractions. We're finding fractions of quantities. And the way that we're doing this is we're looking at some statements and seeing if they're true or they're false. And we need to find out the fraction of a quantity to do that. So let's start by looking at this first one. 1/4 of 48 is 6. Let's see if this is true by working out 1/4 of 48. I'll start by writing 1/4. And I'm finding 1/4 of 48. We're going to use the bar model technique that we used last week. Just draw one big bar, which is worth 48, and divide it into 4 parts. I can use my division facts for my recall knowledge. 48 divided by 4 equals 12. Each quarter is 12, and I've got one of those quarters. 1/4 of 48 is 12. So this statement, 1/4 of 48 is 6, is false. That's not correct, it's 12. Let's try again, same technique but with the second statement. 2/4 of 20 is 10. 2/4. Just write my fraction up. 2/4 of 20. The bar is going to be worth 20. Look at my denominator. I'm dividing it into 4 equal parts. 20 divided by 4 is 5, so I can label some more information. And now I need to have a quick look at the numerator. And the numerator tells me that I've got 2 of these parts. So 2/4 of 20 is 5/10. 2/4 of 20 is 10. This statement's correct. Now, your child might like to draw the bar model out each time so that they can really visualise the whole being split into the parts and then counting how many parts. But for many children, once they understand conceptually that's what's going on, they can use a bit more of a speedier method by just dividing by the denominator and multiplying by the numerator. So in this case, 1/4 of 48, I would do 48 divided by 4 because I'm dividing it into 4, and then times it by 1. Here, I would do 20, my whole. A trick to find out the whole of is before it, then that's the whole that you're looking at, that you're dividing up. 20, it's divided into 4 pieces and then times by 2 in the numerator. So once you've found out how much each part is worth, you can times it by 2. So to get a little bit of practice of these different methods, we've got an activity in this week's maths book for you. And 3 children, Crystal, Greg and Amy, each have written 3 statements. One of those statements is incorrect. One of them is false. So for each of them, the children is going to have to work out 1/4 of 32. Is that 7? And they can either tick it if it's correct or cross it if it's incorrect. And then at the end here, they can draw a little picture of themselves and they can write their own 3 statements. But they need to make sure that one of them is incorrect. One of them is false. After they've done that, they might like to give that to you to see if you can solve it. I'm sure they'll find that very fun.